Well, YouTube, welcome on in. Listen, I just woke up about an hour ago and I got linked to this website, which is, I think, the old, Song of the Welcome Moon event, where we got a lot of information about Nod Cry, and it kind of updated over time, right? But people told me that there's now new things to this, and it got updated again, which I can't say I'm entirely surprised about, since we got the latest Song of the Welcome Moon teaser, prequel kind of thing, but I have no idea what this actually is, so let's take a quick look. Oh, this is just the trailer. Wait, did I get... Oh, no. Okay, there is more. Let me click down and take a look at this with you. What the hell is this? Is this the map? Wait. Interesting. Okay. Wait, can we click these? What is this? Paha Isle, where the Fatui assemble. Interesting. Okay, so we're getting a bit of world, pre-world building, I guess. What is this? Oh, this is just another image. Wait, I want to zoom in on this. See, this area looks pretty cool. I'm assuming there is more. Maybe this is going to kind of be like Inazuma, where each island gets released as we go through the expansion. I doubt we're going to get everything all at once, because there's obviously going to be... Oh, wow. There is a lot more than this. Okay. Let's take a quick look. So this is the Fatui. The Fatui are going to be one of the biggest plot points in Nod Cry, in my opinion. I think it's very obvious at this point, with Columbina being the Moon Maiden, Dottore being there, Piero possibly being there. We're not 100% sure yet. And then, obviously, we have Hex and Circle members. And Sandrone, Jesus Christ, I forgot about Sandrone. That is obviously going to be a huge part to play in this. Let's take a look at this one, though. Oh my god, okay. Wait, oh, this is probably going to go through all the factions then. Let's take a look. This is the Blue Amber Lake. This looks very much like a whale. This reminds me a lot of kind of Fontaine architecture, weirdly. Blue Amber Lake, interesting. And then this is... Oh, this is the thing that we also saw in the teaser. It's like the tree. This definitely looks like it could be some kind of morphed ley line that's coming above the ground, kind of protruding through. Exciting stuff. I need more information on this before I can get super excited about it, but so far things look promising. Can I just say as well, dude, the music for Nod Cry so far is absolute 10 out of 10. If there's one thing Hoyoverse never ever miss with, it is the music. It's the OSTs in their content. I love the kind of Celtic vibes of this. It reminds me of... A lot of the stuff reminds me of something you'd hear if you went to a tavern back in the medieval ages, you know, the instruments, the way the music's played. It is absolutely incredible. Let's take a look at this. Nasha Town. This is... Correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is where the Clink Clank Krumkake workshop is. This whole thing reminds me of Zorn. Oh, am I even saying that right? From Arcane, the Underworld? I don't know if that is Zorn. I think it is. Nasha Town, Elysium of Revelry for Explorers. Interesting. What is the... Oh, there is no extra thing here for Nasha Town. What is this one then? Lempo Isle. Cool. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any kind of hidden details here, but it really doesn't look like there's too many hidden details. I do like the... I don't even know the correct word for this. I was going to say steampunk, but it's not even steampunk. It's kind of like everything's just kind of be shoved together and created on a whim out of leftover steel and stuff. I like this kind of vibe. Especially with Nod Cry, I feel like it kind of... We don't know exactly what this nation is meant to be, quote-unquote, representing, right? Obviously, different nations take a lot of inspiration from other cultures in the real world. We have a lot of European influence in Mondstadt. We have, obviously, China and Japan for Liyue Inazuma. France, Fontaine, and a couple of other places as well. Sumeru with a lot of Middle Eastern influence. Natlan with South American and a lot of other places as well. Nod Cry, if I remember correctly, in the behind-the-scenes live stream that they did for Nod Cry, they did say that it's the first time they're kind of doing this, where they're taking inspiration from themselves and not necessarily a bunch of different places. Maybe I misheard that, but I think that's what they said. It's kind of going to be like a conglomerate of tons of different things, and it's not really going to be honing in on one aspect in particular, which I think would be very interesting. This looks pretty cool. Emoji is going to be some kind of store, more than likely, for the Lempo Isle. All right, and then we have the final area, which hopefully my camera... Also, the blue and red here kind of makes me think of the moons, the Crimson Moon and the Frost Moon, right? Or the Frost Moon and the Crimson Moon. And in the latest teaser, the Song of the Welkin Moon one, Columbina, I feel like, does very much mirror Arlecchino in a sense with the moons. And by the end of the teaser, where Columbina was saying some shit about the fucking moons and everything, the way that everything changed color from the like blue iridescent glow to the red really did make me think a lot about the frost moons and the crimson moons, just the different moons in general. Maybe the Welkin moon as well, but we'll have to see about that. Let's see this place. Oh, the Hisi Island, remnants of the moonlit world. This is probably, if I had to guess, even though it looks quite barren, I think this is likely going to be either where the information overload starts in Nodcry, but I think it'll also be one of the most lore-heavy places on the continent, to be honest. And then we have the beautiful deer. Yeah, I have a feeling, obviously, Nodcry isn't... I was kind of confused by this, and I think a lot of people might have been. I heard during the behind-the-scenes and a couple of other things that Nodcry was never intended to be in the game, and they kind of put it in the game so that the plot lines can converge and tie up loose ends. Now, I had a comment on Twitter, and it kind of reassured me a little bit, because although that is the case, I think Nodcry was always supposed to be in the game. It just wasn't supposed to be like this. I think they restructured a lot of things, and a lot of the characters that we're now seeing were meant to show up later in the game, but that just wasn't going to work with the timeline that Hoyoverse planned for Genshin. So bringing it forward and making these factions converge at an earlier point in the story is only going to aid Snezhnaya, Kamiar, and future things going forward, I would assume. Oh, what is this? Wait, TH and LA. TH and LA. I don't know about TH, but LA, didn't we have... Wait, am I crazy? Is there no Los Angeles here, bro? Never mind. No, I thought there was something with those... Oh! I just have to keep scrolling. The moon-enveloped land, the moonlit land where those drawn in by various powers wage bitter wars without end. So Paha Isle, where the Fatui assemble, we get the cool... Oh my god, there's so much information here, dude. What the hell? Let me scroll on this first. Hisi Island, remnants of the moonlit world. Nasha Town, Elysium of Revelry. These look very cool. Okay, this one just doesn't even show, so let's go through this one. Alright, I'll move my camera just a tad so that we can actually read through this stuff briefly, because this is probably going to give a lot of insight onto where we are going to be going in Nodcry. These are also little videos, so we get to see a little bit more information, like this monorail here. Under the ancient moonlight, the Pale Star Banner casts a shadow as vast and solemn as the Northern Lands. In the newly established Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau, countless mechanisms churn and whir all hours of night and day. What rebellious designs does the Forge Hammer's dull thunder conceal? Even their own soldiers standing ignorance blind as the anvil. And we see Piero here, baby. Look at this. Okay, let's take a quick scroll here. Wait, is this like multiple images as well? Hold on. Oh my goodness, dude. There is... Oh, Columbina, Piero, and Sandrone. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, what is... Hey! The forces of Snezhnaya encroach like the winter, and the Fatui sergeants rise aloft the flags of their harbingers. What is it they seek? Look at this, dude. The idol of the new moon. Okay. Wow. Okay. So Columbina is the idol of the new moon, carved by the scions of the far north, now lies caged in a prison of steel. Do they wish to harness its power, or simply display Snezhnaya's unparalleled dominance? Oh, interesting. Okay. This looks sick. This looks twisted on a whole other... Oh, it's like a statue with a 7, dude. Oh, interesting. Okay, I kind of dig that. Not going to dwell on this for too long. I'm sure other people are going to do deep dives onto this that we can watch eventually, but I do want to take a brief look. Hisi Islands, the remnants of the far north still dwell among the ashen woods and tundras. Their golden city has long since turned to ash, their distant ancestral homeland consumed by the court of creation, yet these proud descendants light primordial lanterns against the pitch darkness of a withering tide, spinning distant ancient hymns, praying for the new moon's protection. Bro, if Columbina is the new moon, would she even... Oh, God. Do you think they're going to make Columbina like a redemption arc, like typical playable characters, where they oh, dude. To be fair, we don't really know too much about Columbina herself. Did she just freaking elope from the Harbinger? Oh god, there's so much information that's it has to happen either in this latest Song of the Welcome Moon or Conquest or during Nod Cry, obviously, right? Oh my god, this doesn't even look finished. There looks to be more unless this continues. This looks incredible, dude. Oh my god. Jesus, look at this. Bro, I said for the longest time, if the moons are created by the dragons or the sovereigns even, could the moons just be eggs? Could the moons just be eggs floating in the sky? For 5 centuries, generations of moon chanters have followed the commandments left by the first leader of the Frost Moon Scions, guiding their devotees to uphold benevolence and faith, striving to avoid conflict with outsiders at all costs. Yet with the arrival of the Fatui, the Scions' long-held tranquility and their endless supplications to their goddess may now give way to creeping twilight gloom. Okay. We obviously have Nasha Town here. This is probably going to be the main hub, I would assume, when we get to Nod Cry. No matter where you're from, no matter where you stand in society, and no matter how much more you have to your name, this is a paradise, or an paradise, I guess. Apologize, please. For those whose hearts are filled with hope, riches, lies, schemes, and sincerity surge beneath the same quilt of raucous laughter, or ruckus laughter. As Nod Cry's most prosperous trading port, the first lesson newcomers learn here is always the same. Keep your Mora close to your chest. Oh, we're gonna have pickpockets, bro. We're gonna maybe the new character that was shown in the latest preview, the young girl looking character, could have something to do with this. I feel like she kind of fits that vibe design wise. You wish to buy a weapon? Absolutely. This here is Nod Cry's second best forge. Why second best, you ask? Well, if you meet Aino, I'm sure it'll be pretty clear. You can buy anything you want here, as long as you can pay the price. I hear you're looking for some extraordinary treasure, bro. Dories would have a field day here, bro. Then you've come to the right person. My friends and helpers in these lands are numerous indeed. This shop is interesting. It does have the, maybe not the pale star, but the 8-pointed star, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then something in the middle that's like a nut or a bolt. Ad Astra Abbey, want to learn more about the latest commission? If you really want something worth the risk, you'll need a little luck on your side. Do we think Catherine's going to be the same Catherine that we usually see? Or do we think it's going to be something to do with Sandrone and maybe a little bit of a buffed Catherine, you know? Who is this kid? Just a little warning, the grown-ups here are sneaky and love ripping off passing adventurers. You want to know if kids can be trusted? Well, you'll just have to find out, won't you? Interesting. The presence of the abyss grows. The pitch-dark, withering tide whispers amidst the silence of frigid nights. Awaiting its moment to... Bro, if any playable character has to say this line, I hope the S's are fixed. Jesus. Whispering amidst the silence of frigid nights. Awaiting its moment to rend the ever-thinning veil and devour those frail souls whole. In the shadow where rules cannot reach, even death is no respite from torment. In the shadow where rules cannot reach... Interesting. Maybe the heavenly principles like vision doesn't reach that far, kind of like the kind of like where the Hexen circle abide, right? And then we do have a general about... Oh my god, that image. Oh god. In the age where the 7 lights of the firmament have not yet shone upon the land, the now nameless ruler raised the heavenly moons. What? To govern the cyclical tides of the world in their stead. Cyclical tides, huh? The remnants that failed to become a moon slumbered in the vast sea, only to become at last the refuge of the exiles of the far north. Neither the withering tide of darkness nor the mad monk who spoke in strange tongues could break this land's spine. Yet now, beneath the new moon, calamity stirs once more to drown the world in its maw. Brother, Columbina be looking absolutely goated. Can we keep it a buck? What? Oh, interesting. Okay. Very interesting. I don't really know what that means, but if it even means anything, it probably doesn't, to be fair. But that is very cool. She looks awesome, dude. She really does. The different moon aesthetics on her outfit as well. Oh, she looks so good. She gives me Kokomi vibes as well, weirdly. I guess it kind of makes sense. And then what is this? Developer sharing. Gee, I need a drink, guys. Hold up. Coca-Cola, 0, though. No sugar. You know how it is. The new moon has risen and the wheel of fate begins to turn. Journey with the Genshin Impact dev team to learn more about the behind-the-scenes story of Nod Cry's creation and the new Song of the Welcome Moon series. Developer wallpaper. Rewards for in-game. Oh, I'll log in for that in a sec. Yeah, bro, this whole place looks absolutely incredible. We can download the wallpapers here. That's also quite nice, to be fair. Although, to be honest, this one is by far the best, right? Hold on. I can't even click the last one, man. There we go. It just looks so good. I think that's it. I think that's everything that this now has to offer. I think it's updated fully, I would assume. I doubt we're going to get any more since... Well, actually, I guess we do have a whole patch to wait. I would argue the summer event and next story quest is going to be kind of a prequel to Not Cry, but let me know down in the comments if you're excited for the following nation. And I know a lot of returning players are coming back. That's kind of evident based on Twitter's response to this, which was basically just shitting on Natlan, because I think a lot of the people that quit as Natlan was kind of approaching its climax and now coming back for Nod Cry, and I can't really blame people for coming back, bro. This whole patch looks like it is going to be peak Genshin. I'm excited for the future of this. I'm looking forward to seeing where the storytelling goes, since I do expect drastic improvements with Nod Cry. Hopefully we get some pod quality of life as well. But the character designs, if not anything else, the character designs in the trailers and everything, absolutely amazing at the minute. I gotta give props where props are heavily due. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are covering a lot more lately than just Genshin. And it's been an absolute blast. So I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. And I will catch you all in the next video, guys.